FrankieWuzHere, and I decided not to go ahead and farm. I just sold some stuff to Framped, let him eat some items of ours, and eat Smoker Souls. We still don't have enough to level up, but hopefully we will after this. I looked up where we had to go. Can't believe I forgot. We actually have to go over here, and there should be a golem where we'll be able to fight. Now we have one more homeward bone left, so we'll use it when we're done with this. It should be right here on our left. There he is. So this little golem is, well, gonna die. So let's go ahead and enchant our weapon. We mean by enchant is just apply resin to it. We're not really enchanting it. There we go. So golem down, and what drops from him? A little lady.
Sir, tis thou most gracious. I am dust of rulers. I come from an age, sir. My hope. Would this be assistant?
You need to say yes here. If you say no, I believe it actually makes it so you can't do the DLC. Now we're gonna do here real quick. Let's quickly load out of the game and load back in. I didn't read you have to do this, but back in the day, I had to, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, no item there. But we could use our homeward bone right now to go back, but first we're gonna want to talk to Dusk of FrankieWuzHere. Seal. Pardon me. Because she'll give us a nice little gesture. Along with, if you do level up intellect for, who knows why you would level up intellect, but if you do, she'll teach you quite a few little cool spells, like one that makes you almost invisible, one that makes you can turn into different items, like let's say in the forest you can turn into a bush, or a little, yeah, like a bush, that be able to hide from people. But here's your sign. I'm not sure if you have to be human to activate it, but you click on it, and she'll come out. There we go. And you learn gesture from her. She'll teach you the proper battle gesture, which is really cool. Here are the miracles she'll teach you. Hidden weapon's pretty good if you want to hide like a really cool two-handed weapon and act like you're punching someone. And their catalyst. I know, Lucille, calm down. Or Dusk of Lucille. Wow. Anyway, now what we have to do is we're going to have to teleport. Oh, okay. The last bonfire I rested at apparently was the Dusk, let me think for a second. It was the Duke's Archive one, because I did use a homeward bone and teleported, but I didn't rest at that bonfire. So I got teleported back here. Which is perfect. That's actually what we want. Let's go ahead and switch around something. Do I have anything else to use? No, I do not. Okay. So, we're going to clear out these little buggers over here. This time, not get tricked by them. Remember, part of the difficulties of Dark Souls 1 with messing up your attacks. The other difficult part is not knowing where enemies come out at. Now that I know where they came out at, I was able to quickly take out one of them and backstab them. Invincibility frames are amazing. Now these enemies are buffed up, so we're going to want to be careful, but we can just jump attack them. Let's go ahead and finish off this final one. Missed it, so let's back away. And then jump attack. He jumped back. I like that when an enemy counters your attacks by jumping back too. There we go. So now we're going to quickly take out this guy. He's going to shoot crystals on the ground. He's going to roll through it. Now it should drop the broken pendant. This gives us access to the DLC. Now that we have access to the DLC, well, we have access to the DLC, we can enter it. But we also can level up our strength to 34. I hope 34 is how much we need. I hope I wasn't just messing up this entire time. So we'll be able to actually use our shield now. Is it 34? Yes, okay. There we go. So, 34 strength. We can now use our great shield. I am so happy. So now that we are using great shield and we have our weapon, I can go ahead and start actually wearing some armor. Because now I can go to medium roll because I'm not going to be rolling as much as I was before. Let's go for something like, the Silver Knight gear, I guess. We can get like about 60. So we could wear like the armor of favor. It honestly doesn't like match with their outfit color though. Can we wear Havel's pants with these? Not yet. Almost. 28? 28. Okay. Let's put on the Silver Knight leggings for now. And we're medium rolling. With all this armor on. We can put some more weight on our helm if we want to. There we go. That's good. So, we're going to want to warp. This is going to be a bit of a walk. So, Undead Parish, I believe, will get us there quickest. Yeah. So if you want to skip ahead a few minutes or seconds, go ahead and do that in the video. I have to learn how to edit stuff. Oh, this brings us here. Oh, this is the fastest. Okay, I thought the Undead Parish was like before Tar's Demon. My mistake there. Anyway, now we have a high amount of health, a high amount of defense, just altogether resistances. We can block fire attacks like crazy with our shield. Our stamina regeneration is the only kind of weak point for us, but we'll level up our endurance a little bit more. Because of our fat ring, we can get a lot more stamina for each point of endurance, along with equipment load because of our Havel's ring. Our damage is pretty much, it's good now. We can upgrade our weapon all the way to plus 15 if we wanted to. It's plus 10 right now, which would give it, let's see, it's at plus 10, so it means it's at 200%. We could increase it by 25% effectivity, I think. Because it would be going from having an extra 100% damage, 200% to 250. But it's, we can do that later if we start struggling on a boss. But with my shield now, I should not be struggling on a boss. If I do, 100% my fault. And I'm going the wrong way. Sorry about that. Anyway, the good thing about this DLC is they kind of released it and gave all the bosses really, really high elemental resistances. So stuff like dark magic, normal magic, lightning damage, fire damage, all that stuff does, it kind of tickles them, doesn't really hurt them. I really like that because it gave us physical damage dealers a lot better of a chance against them. And also made it so that casters couldn't just fight against the boss and one-shot it. And it's because their magic damage is here, so deal with it, So we're making our way down. I think I'll look into the comment, or in the description later on, or make an annotation to kind of say, okay, skip to this point. So that way people can know when we enter the DLC. Because once you enter the DLC, you fight against the boss. Almost immediately. But not immediately. Here we go. Thinking back, I probably should have faced Pinwheel. Just to get his ability to kindle up to 20 Estus Flask at once. But hey. I didn't want to. And for those of you who are actually watching this part and just skip ahead, thanks very much for watching. It means a lot. Let's get our stamina up a little bit. You can also go back to the asylum, like the place you started in the beginning of the game, to get a ring that will allow you to walk over water a lot faster instead of being really slow like we are right now. It's a good ring to get later on. but I normally go back there after I beat the DLC. Or, yeah, because then I turn my weapon from plus 14 to plus 15. Because the boss in there gives you an item called a Titanite Slab, which you need to upgrade a weapon from plus 14 to 15. So, that giant black circle right ahead of us will bring us into the DLC. We can walk up to it, and I believe we have to choose to actually activate it. But behind it is Dusk of Ulciel's armor. This is the one that gives you the crown that increases your magic damage, but makes it so you take more magic damage. So I don't use it on my character. And we're entering the DLC. So I believe we'll kill a boss. We might kill Artorias, the second boss, with a plus 10 weapon. Then I'll worry about going up and switching to upgrade my weapon from plus 10 to, excuse me, from plus 10 to plus 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll go through that area. So, the first boss of this area is, I haven't fought him in a while, so I won't say it's easy, but let's just apply Lightning Resin because it does nothing bad for us. And let's enter the boss fight. The Sanctuary Guardian. Let's go ahead and block this. Watch that. Look at that physical resistance when I block his physical attacks. He's gonna try to hit us with, yeah, back legs. Let's get up and then block immediately. Okay, we have to be careful because we could die here. Let's drink up. I really should have kindled the bonfire. The weakness of our shield we're using right now, we cannot block lightning damage except like 50% I believe it is. But physical damage is a complete joke. He's gonna swipe, we're poisoned. So let's quickly go into our bar. Purple moss clump, I probably shouldn't have killed there. Okay, he bugged up a little bit and didn't hit us. I believe we can actually block that, the wind swipe, but I haven't done this boss in a while, and I don't know how to tell the difference between the wind swipe move and a lightning one. And I don't want to block a lightning attack. I guess he hit us from behind our head. We died. Okay, wow. So, the reason why we died there, I didn't play it good enough. I'm going to actually use a humanity, and I'm going to kindle the bonfire. I got a little kind of charging in there. I wanted to kill him as fast as possible, because I did get to the point where I realized, oh crap, I can't block his lightning attack, so I can't just tank and spank him down. So I'm going to use a humanity, and I'm going to turn human. And then I'm going to kindle the bonfire so we can carry 10 Estus at once. Trying to think about, why did I get so destroyed there? Is a gear I can switch to? No, not really. Is there a pyromancy I can use? Not really. I just have to get good. So, here we go again. Lightning Gold Pine Resin, even though it probably won't be very effective versus him because he is a, he uses lightning. So, before we start the fight, let's run over here to the right and try to pick up our items we just lost. There we go. So now we have all of our humanity we had just lost from dying. Put your shield up. I'm getting closer. Okay, we cannot block that attack. Why is that hitting me? Huh. I'm gonna stop relying on my shield for a second and see how it works out. Okay. Heal up because he's in a chain attack. And he's going to start casting more lightning when he gets lower in health. There we go, let's dodge that. Let's try to get a hit on him. Okay, he poisoned us, so let's back away. Let's try to heal up really quickly. Let's get a swing for 2 on him. Nice, 2 hits, that's very good. Let's swing, okay. That does a lot of damage. I really have to make sure I avoid that. It looks like he staggers himself a tiny bit afterwards, though. There we go. Did that too early. I died again. So right now my deaths are because I'm messing up and playing a little clunky. I'm dodging too early. When he's winding up, I'm going to roll when he doesn't attack that fast at all. He's more of a slow attacking boss. So we're going to want to go in there again. Hopefully with these deaths though and the increased amount of time I'm fighting this boss, anyone who's watching will be able to see mistakes I'm making. Hey, if you see a mistake I'm making, point it out. Maybe I'll make it better for when I fight against the boss again later on. So now he decides to shoot 4 of them. There we go. He's gonna do 1, 2, 2. Okay. Air attack. Let's avoid that and then go in for 2 power hits if we can. Missed the second one, so now we know we can only get 1 power attack in there. I was trying to block that, but I was behind him. Or I was too close to the front of his body. Let's heal up. Shoot lightning at us like 4 times. There we go. Gonna shoot 1 big lightning at us. No, 4 lightnings again. Okay. Okay, buddy, if you're gonna keep doing that, I'm just gonna sidewalk to the left. Okay, as he gets lower in health, he gets more attacks in there. Let's avoid that, get in there, get a 2-handed hit on him. Maybe a power attack? We got a power attack and we staggered him. Let's go for another hit. Finishing swing. There we go. Sanctuary Guardian down, 3rd try. I feel kind of bad about that. If you end up dying to him and you know, it's probably your first try fighting against him, don't feel bad, but I've fought him multiple times, so I really shouldn't have died once there. Anyway, 30,000 souls, a decently easy boss to fight against, and now that we've killed him, we can actually enter the DLC and actually explore around it. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, 19. I think in the next part of this one, because we now have Old Seal Sanctuary, this is actually a teleportation area. Let's level up our strength again. And let's see, are we able to warp here again if we leave? Yes, we are. So where we're going to go is we're going to go to Firelink Shrine, and I'm going to go kill Pinwheel. We'll go down here later on again. There are like better ways to go down this location, quicker ways, and you know, more. You can get through them more efficiently. But I'm gonna go through the way that I know how to go through. I'm gonna try to get also the ring that will allow me to fight against one of the bosses in the game, Guinevere, which Gwendolyn? Guinevere. Okay, I always mix up their names. But I'm going to be able to get the ring that will allow me to fight against that boss, because you cannot enter that zone without having the ring. Or I actually believe you can kill. You know, amazing chest ahead. And when you kill her, you'll actually be able to go into that realm without having to have the ring. But I don't want to have to kill her yet. These skeletons, cool little fact about them. You kill them, they come back to life unless you kill the necromancer who leads them. So this whole area is kind of like, it's a little bit more of a, I don't want to use the word, but it's like a noob trap. Like you go here at first and you go, oh crap, wait, is this the first area I'm supposed to be going to? And you get confused. This guy would normally always attack you once. You can just go in and get a swing off on him. And these guys drop skull lanterns. Very good. That's actually what we wanted, was a skull lantern. When you're going down here normally, if you go down at the beginning of the game, I wouldn't recommend lighting the bonfires in here because it would make it more difficult to go down or go back up. Trip up's quite boring. And are we human? No, we're not. I want to become human because I just want to show people an NPC you can summon if I go the right way. Also, I like being human a lot more than being undead and being all wrinkly. Here we go. Let's go. So I already killed one necromancer, because necromancers do not respawn. The skeletons do, however. Let's ignore these. You honestly just want to keep your shield up and run past them, like that. And once you run past them, you can go over here and drop down. Be careful, because these skeletons here, or flying skulls, will try to suicide onto you. And I'm going to try to get the ring. I believe it's this way. Yes, it's this way behind this guy. I said yes, but I'm not 100% sure still. Let's hope it is. No. No, it's not this guy. Excuse me, buddy. You can actually rest in here if you want to join the Gravelord Covenant. Just rest in there, pray at the coffin. You have to do it before you kill Nito, however. So if it wasn't this way, which way was it? I know this way leads down into the next area. I think the knight's down here. Yeah, he is. Yeah, you coward. Hit me when my shield is down and I just drop. I had respect for knights before you. You don't want to get hit by that. That will just fly you up in the air. Anyway, I didn't go the right way. White Titanite chunk. This is what makes this area the most dangerous area for beginners. Part because of the exploding skeletons. But the big part of that is the bone wheel skeletons, which are spooky, scary skeletons. Let's try to kill some of these before they hit us. These guys have a habit of hitting you until you're dead. Just, they'll start rolling and rolling and rolling, and they'll roll forever. To kill off that necromancer. Short bow. Which is useless for us, but we want to find the ring that will unlock the boss fight for us. So we're just over here. We purposely dropped down that one hole. I believe the other hole actually drops us down the same exact place. You can actually come to this area when you're like level 20 or 30, or even when you start the game, if you know the right way to go. The skeletons are decent experience if you're able to kill the necromancer and get them, you know, away from each other. So I would actually highly recommend it. So let's go this way, out. Is it to the left now? No. Oh, you are a bum, buddy. Just hit us from all the way back there. He's got pretty good aim. Anyway, we're gonna keep running this way. Again, the skeletons will respawn if we kill them. I believe these ones will. I think they're tied to a necromancer back behind here, because each select skeleton has their own necromancer they're hooked to. Like, it's like 5 skeletons for a necromancer. Something crazy like that. Okay, I think this is the way. Yeah, that's a developer note right there. Here we go, yes, because there's going to be a big skeleton dropping down over here out of nowhere. But Dark Moon Seance Ring. That's what we needed. Now we can hopefully get away from these skeletons before they deal too much damage. Let's hope we can get up here without getting knocked down from getting hit by arrows too much. That'd be pretty embarrassing. There we go. Oh wait, wow, did I really just, okay. The top of humanity. Oh, there it is. My bad. I actually went the right way. Pardon me. So, we can go down the normal way we were going before, but there's another way we can go. Because we're going to want to summon Knight Leroy. Okay, if they give you souls, that means they actually died, so you're clear if they do that. See that one? That one didn't give us souls, so it is going to be coming back to life, so we have to be careful. So, let's look. I believe it's actually down here. Let's not let that one blow up on us. There we go. Yes, it is down here. We have to drop right here. There we go. And I don't have to use this guy, but I'll summon him just to show you how good he is, because this is the most easiest boss fight in the entire game. Easier than Taurus Demon. Easier than Asylum Demon, in my opinion. So you don't really need to summon anyone, but if you want to summon Knight Leroy, or Paladin Leroy, pardon, you want to go down this way. And that skeleton's still spinning. We can drop down to this bone wheel, that way he won't get a hit on us and we'll kill him. Be very careful, there are still bone wheels around. Just start running. I haven't been able to showcase how powerful bone wheels are, but when I get to the painted world, I will for sure be able to show how powerful they are. So, this is Pinwheel. He can drop up to 3 items, Mask of the Child, Mask of the Father, Mask of the Mother. Mother gives you increased health percentage-wise, Child gives you increased stamina percent-wise, 22.5, and Mask of the Father gives you increased equipment load percent-wise. So, we have 0 Estus, oh no. Oh, I'm actually going to let Leroy do this fight. Go ahead, Leroy. Kill him. Okay, that's an illusion, so I guess I have to destroy it. Oh wait, no, it wasn't an illusion. That was a real one. But do you see how much damage good old Leroy can do there? Pinwheel's now dead. No, I want to put on the proper bow. Thank you, Leroy. Which one do we get? Mask of the Mother. I think that's the worst one. But now we got ourselves, and actually we're going to make our way down here. Did we get a humanity as well? Yeah, we did. Let's use the humanity. You get out of here by climbing up this little ladder. And climbing up this ladder. And you'll be greeted to darkness. Now how you can fix that darkness, or be able to see, is actually put on the skull lantern that we had found earlier. Are we still able to medium roll? Yes, we are. Sorry about that. So when you have the skull lantern on, you'll be able to hold up your block button and see further. We won't be doing this zone yet. I'll be just using the bonfire and getting out of this area. But this to show you. This is the Tomb of the Giants. It's very hard to see. The enemies in here. Let me correct that real quick. The humanoid enemies in here are very weak. Now, the beast togs, they're a different story. We don't really have to even go down that way, so let's go down this way, the normal way. we go. Sorry I got quiet there. I had to focus. I didn't want to die and lose all the souls we have collected. And we go down this big one. Don't talk to him. Sorry. I had to stop myself from talking to good old trusty Patches, you know? Good old trusty Patches. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and level up now. Let's go ahead and put some points into endurance again, so we can level up our stamina and everything like that. But now we have the right of kindling. What this means is now we can kindle. I probably should be kindling this one, but we can kindle up to 20 Estus, which is really, really good. So we're going to teleport to the Ulsil Sanctuary, are we? Crap. I think actually in the next video, we'll decide what to do in the next video. We may either get the Ember to make it so we can upgrade our weapon even more, or we may end up just going straight back into the DLC. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to come back and watch another one. Until next time, have a good one.